Islam, Islam. Salute, Hotep, Salam, Aibobo to all of you, watching this and who are going to be watching this video. Uh, really, this is my first video here, really, and it is because I found that want to share with you a topic, that is the utmost important, that is very important. It's really about names, and our name is really the utmost important things in our being, in our life. I found names is really the guiding post or compass toward our true self, and also our name is there to help us travel. Remember what it reminds us how to best travel the road that we're traveling in this matrix, and that's why we carry a name. Our name also have tools, good tool, the best tool that we should use to affect people's life. We should use to overcome the hurdles that presented themselves in front of us on the road. Her name is conceal the information about our weaknesses and our strength. All we have to do is to open the name, decode it, analyzing it, and use the information and the tools there that so we could make a smoother life for ourselves. It's going to be challenges, but the name will help us to travel. Now, name is not really, it's really we that call ourselves. You see, the soul consciousness, before coming down, choose a name. That name is the road that it's going to travel. So your mom didn't really name you, your dad didn't really name you, you name yourself. So as you, before the birth, sometime after the birth too, you give the name to the mom or to the dad, to the grandma. Usually a receptive mind, it's it's better, like the mom, grandma, or auntie. And when we out, then remind you of who you are, and that's what your name is about. So that's why it's really very important when we give a name to a baby to make sure, ultra sure, that the name is really the full, real depiction of what the soul is about. The name should really, it's really the right interpretation of the soul vibration. It's your roadmap. It's your tool kit to travel this matrix. Otherwise, you can get lost. So your name is here is really a reminder. And that's why you can see a lot of people get upset. A lot of people get frustrated. They don't know why. Most of the time, a lot of time, it's because the vibration of the letters and the sound doesn't really match what the soul intended to come here to do. So that's why in ancient tradition, still going on now, we have a naming ceremony to make sure where we invite the guide and the super guide, even the makers, the super guide of the individual, of the being, to be around and to make sure that we get the right, the sound that we're gonna give as name represent what the mission of the child. So it's really important. So some people, I understand, that go to Google. It's not all bad, Google or go get a book. Sometimes I know angels can direct you toward those those canalize you, to open a book and find, a good name, even the Bible, the Quran, a holy book. However, it's also good to talk to the baby, because the baby is the one that making the choice of his own mission. So it has to make sure that the name it gave you just will harmonize, because you can see your mission before you start the play. And that's why you say, okay, this is what it's going to be. And then when we get in, we use the name as a reminder. And that's what we do. And sometimes, if you give before the mission, before you come out, you give mommy a name, you say, hey, my name is David. And mommy, just because he was arguing with your father or with somebody else, say, hey, the baby say she thinks she hear Bavid or Badid, then that can create a lot of disharmony between what you told, what you set up yourself to do, and what now your mom forcing you with the name to do. This is very important. So we don't play with that. So we have been doing, name for people, and we can see the weaknesses, we can understand the trouble. Sometimes it's important to even suggest rearrangement of the letters and all of the sound in the name to really try to match it with the soul vibrations. So we do that. We don't be too long. It's already 7 minutes. So we come up with the analysis of different aspects of the name of this is very important though. We will come up with to present to you different aspects of what we call name, so you could comprehend it better. Because I've been seeing a lot of mishap and trouble come from the fact that our name doesn't align what the soul set out to come and do down here. A lot of that it's like having your feet is 7 and then they give you they put you on the 9 or they put you in the 6, so you really cannot walk. It's really difficult. But since you have to walk, so you're trying to make it happen, it gives you a lot of frustration and a lot of things doesn't work for you. So that's happened. So that's why we have to make sure that we got the right sound, the right glyph, also graph, for what the soul wants to use as a roadmap, as a GPS, so to speak. So we will come up and we'll talk about names, different aspects of the names. Of course, we know, some people do numerology, naming numbers, and, they try to add it. That's good too. But the way we do it, we interpret the sound, because we've been given the chance. We can kind of see sound, we can say it like that. We do it intuitively. We can see the sound, even the color, even the different combination. We can, try to help there. So we will come up and talk about more about this topic, because it's very important. It's very important. So we leave you here. And if you would have any question before we even come up with anything new, just you can inbox us. You can ask a question, or suggestion too. So let's talk about names. Let's just call it like that. Let's talk about name. It's very important. It's you can heal yourself with your name, but it has to be the right name though, because the name has to represent your true self, not just the persona. The persona name has to be in harmonize with the true self name, and that's what's very important. And that's what we really want to tap into. So we will come and with more for you. In the meantime, if you have a question, do that. If you want to show interest, let us know. If you like the topic that we about to even start debating, just give us some light, and we will do our best to come up with better, with more. Peace, Hotep, Shalom, Ai Bobo, Ai Bobo, Ciao, Islam.